Hello, this is your author Mark coming to you with another interesting YouTube discussion. Now, I wasn't going to do this YouTube video, but I have to do it because in this particular discussion, we're going to discuss what we call the one world, uh, one world, one world currency, basically. Because what I, what I noticed yesterday is that in Las Vegas, the people that are promoting Bitcoin, uh, they had their little conference. Now, what is Bitcoin? Bitcoin is basically what we call digital currency. Now, we all know because we did experience this. We did have a major economic crisis in 2008, and the economy almost collapsed in 2008, ladies and gentlemen. So this makes me wonder. Now, there are a lot of speculators and conspiracy theorists. Basically, they're saying that we're going to have one world currency, no borders, no this, no that. Now, my question is 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 what they're saying, is it a conspiracy theory, ladies and gentlemen, or a conspiracy fact? Because, I mean, here's the thing. Because if people are already having conferences about having a what we call Bitcoin reserve instead of gold reserves, um, I mean, and they're having conferences like they had one. They had one yesterday in Las Vegas, the Bitcoin conference and all that. Now, the question is Bitcoin going to be the digital and basically paperless currency? Maybe, but here's the big kicker. Now, we all know, those of you who actually know me, I have written several books on the issue of one world government and one world currency and things like that, because I have studied it for years. But the thing that gets me is, now we all know, we have all experienced the 2007 2008 financial crisis. My question to you is, a lot of people are saying, oh, there's going to be an economic collapse, blah blah blah. But my question to you is, are we headed for another economic collapse? Because we all know that the powers that be, I'm not going to mention names here, the powers that be are, they do want to implement the Bitcoin as the one world currency, and all that, and they want to do away with cash and all that. We all know that. But the thing is, the question is, are they going to use the next economic crisis that is coming, ladies and gentlemen? We don't now. Some of you might say, Mark, when is this economic crisis going to take place? Well, I can't tell you that. No one can, but we can certain. But what you can do is basically read the signs, and you can actually tell that we are headed for the next economic collapse because of the inflation, the the devaluation of the dollar, because whether you want to believe this or not, ladies and gentlemen, dollar slowly but surely itself, it is losing the power of the basically, it's losing its status slowly but surely of the world reserve currency. Now, because and to be honest with you, in my opinion, the dollar itself has lost its power as the world reserve currency in the 1970s, when our Richard Nixon took the dollar off the gold standard like I said, back in the 1970s. So, I decided to do this YouTube video because, I was just thinking about that now, and here's the kicker: are they going to implement the digital currency and all that stuff? Yes. Now, in my, well, this is my opinion, and the documents that I have. The thing is, what I'm saying is our next economic crisis, is it going to cause, or is it going to be an excuse to actually do away with the traditional cash and implement what we call the cashless society? Possibly. Now, most of you that also know me, I'm a big fan of Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Star Trek The Next Generation, etc., etc. Okay, that's fine. But my question to you is, and I'm going to end it with this, and you should really think about this. Is the Star Trek series actually promoting whether we talk about Star Trek The Next Generation or Star Trek Deep Space Nine or any of those, or Voyager or any of the Star Trek series, is Star Trek promoting actually one world government and one world society? And by the way, like I said, I have written many books on this particular subject that I have thoroughly researched, and I will definitely leave a link to my books where you can purchase them on Amazon, on Barnes and Noble, etc. They're available worldwide. So I'm going to say goodbye for now, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you very much.